All right, so we're going to be replacing the spoiler on this 2026 Z06 with an accessory spoiler like this one right here. All right, here we go. Take these off. These off. For some reason it tells you to take that off, but I don't really see the need to do all that. We can just take these off right here. Maybe let that thing just sit there. This thing right here ain't got much torque, but it is super compact, especially for stuff like this. How much room you got? It's either get you something like this, or you have to take the wheels off in this situation. So next we gotta take this 7 right there, and then there's a 10mm nut way up under there. And this stuff is not the easiest to get to. There you go, that wasn't too bad. That was nice. So next we just got this bolt going in here, one on the other side, and then all these torques going across the top right here. So take these out with this since it struts in the way. There we go. Alright, that should be everything. Leave it come off now. I would suggest getting a second person for this next part. I definitely will when I go to put it back together, but this thing just pulls off. The problem is there's going to be a couple connectors right here. Do my best to hold it and disconnect them. There we go. I don't know why we got away from making connectors that are serviceable. There we go. Not too bad. Thing is pretty heavy. There you go. All right, so this style spoiler is bolted in from this way. So in order to get to the fasteners, maybe not for this spoiler, this one looks like it could just come off right here on the outside, but this new one we're putting on, I think we're gonna have to take these tail lights out and this third brake light. I'll do it anyways, and if I didn't have to, it's only a couple extra bolts. End of the world at this point. Let that sit there. Wiring harness is still retained to it. That's alright. You can sit right there. Same for this one. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, it looks like this one. It's just these studs all the way across here. So hopefully with his new spoiler on here, he ain't gonna have a whole bunch of holes where these studs were. I don't know about that. Probably double side taped on too. Foam. Where is that tape? There we go. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be holes. That's an old sticker right there. Well, we might have to take a step back from this for a second. So, yep, looks like I will be putting the factory spoiler back on this thing, because there's no way to magically fix all these holes. But it is what it is, ain't the end of the world. I guess somebody can use this as a tutorial on how to remove your fascia and unbolt your spoiler if you needed to for some reason. And just like all your other tutorials that you find online, installation is basically just a reverse order of disassembly. There really isn't anything special you got to do putting this thing back together. Reconnecting those couple connectors is kind of a pain, same way it was when you're taking it apart, but beyond that, make sure you get it seated in here. It's got, this doesn't have any clips, it just pushes up there. This is pretty easy. And yeah, that's really all it is. You just bolt it back up, not a big deal at all. So I know some of y'all probably wondering, you know, what do you do in this type of situation as far as like getting paid. And pretty sure my dealer will take care of me for this, because it wasn't my fault that this didn't work out. So as far as that goes, it ain't a big deal. You know, this kind of stuff happens from time to time. It ain't the end of the world. And if you work somewhere and this type of stuff happens and it's not your fault and they don't pay you, you should start looking for a new place to work immediately. Oh yeah, and just to show you why this isn't gonna work, probably couldn't see it too well in the beginning. This thing only mounts on the ends and in the middle, and even the holes that are pre-existing don't line up with what this spoiler needs. So it is what it is, just not gonna work out. So in a shocking turn of events, customer actually anticipated this and he is fine with putting the spoiler on, so that is what we're going to do. He said he found some covers that you can use to fill in these holes temporarily until he finds a more permanent fix, which is pretty cool. It was real nice for me today, so I can keep on doing what we're doing here. But what I am going to do first is put this back on the car real quick so that I can take these templates and line them up better, so I can see where we need to drill a hole at for this new spoiler, because it'd be very hard to do that this way. All right, so this is what we're working with for this. So this is one of the 3 templates they provide you with. Got the latest thing up here, and then hopefully that lines up. And we just got to mark this one other hole right here and drill it out to 7/16. Unfortunately, I did not bring my scissors with me to work this morning, so we will be cutting this out with a razor blade. So it uses this one existing hole already, so you can kind of line everything up off of that, but it ain't gotta be cut perfect. As you can see, you get this thing lined up like this, and this is where you'll drill your hole at. So just take an automatic center punch, get it as close as you can, and it's a little off, but there you go, just like that. And then I'll take this thing back off, and then I'll drill it, because you don't want to hit anything on the other side. All right, so here's your other side lined up, so just like the other one. Take your automatic center punch. There we go. Now we just got one more for the middle. Here goes your last one. So there ain't a lot of reference points for this center one other than these bows right here where it spreads out. So looks like we got body line is pretty close. Here we go. So here we go. Seven 16ths is 2 more notches, so just gonna leave it right there for now. There you go. So instead of going all the way to 7/16, leave the hole a little bit smaller. And if it fits that way, then you just leave it like that. There's no reason to go that far most of the time. I think it just gives you a little bit more room to move the thing around if you need to. So for some reason, this spoiler comes with some extra brackets for reinforcement, I'm assuming. So got to line this one up. Use your center point right here that's already on the fascia. And then I'm just gonna take a drill bit to line up the hole we already drilled with an existing hole in the bracket like that. And then try to get the top edge of this thing straight with the edge of the fascia. That looks pretty close. And then try to make a mark in this thing. There we go. So you'll drill that mark out, and then later on put a bolt through this thing this way into the bracket. And last step is to grind this thing here down, and there should be one more right there and another one right there we're going to grind down in a minute too. So I'm just going to use this. Should go through it pretty quick. You could just cut it off, cut it flush, and then take you some sandpaper or something if you ain't got something like this. So that's what that one looks like once you grind it down. And I was wrong, you don't ground these off. You take your bracket, line it up with these 2 holes right here. What you're going to ground down is this little raised area, so this thing sits flush in there. Alright, so as you can see, that rib is now gone, looked like that before. And then that hole is going to line up with the tail lamp. And then the other 2 are going to be the hole you drilled and the existing one. So go like that. Alright, here we go. Take your backing off your tapes. Make sure your tape don't come off with it though. You got that thing? It's sure enough trying to. There we go. You got yours? Line your holes up. There we go. Just run up. Alright. And we're going to set this bracket. Line this hole up right there. Put your nut on. And loosely install it for now. So I'm gonna put this bolt in here temporarily just to line that up, and then we can tighten this thing down here. There you go. And then this bracket. There you go. And then we'll have to use a ratchet wrench on these nuts on the outside, and I put these in here temporarily too, just to line that up. And that's basically it for the spoiler installation. You can sit back and admire this thing for a minute. Take this bolt back out because we're going to put it back on later. But now, just put your tail lamps in. You'll have to kind of work around this bracket. The tail lamp will go between the bracket and the fascia now, and put this thing back together. Get it put back up there and should be good. So we got the tail lamp in there, and that thing was easier said than done. That's a tight fit around this bracket and getting everything to go in and line back up. But just do the same thing for the other side. Just take your time and work it in there. It don't just fall right in place. All right, all the lights are back in now. Don't forget to plug them up. And then before we install this thing, just gotta take these off of these brackets. Later on, we bolt it up. This bracket's gonna sandwich against another part on the back of the car. So here goes your newly installed bolt. That little bracket, tighten that down. Got all these, now you just do the fender liner stuff underneath and good to go. But it's on there now. So the brackets we removed before we put the fascia on are gonna go on that stud right there. Right there, that stud. So you basically just gonna put it up there, and it's gonna grab that body right there, part of the body. So there you go, there's your end result. Like I said, he's got plugs for these holes right here. I wanna make sure your brake lights work before you send it. But that's it. Hope that helps somebody.